welcome to Monday, North Georgia Now Today. Now, North Georgia Now Today is probably as good as it gets. The weather is great. The kids are all back in school. That means you adults can sit down and watch us without that, hush now, don't you do that, da-da-da-da-da. But I've got some good mornings to a bunch of kids today. So a lot of the kids watched us during the summer, and they want to know, Miss Sherry, how are we going to watch while we're in school? Well, I've explained to them it's on at 6 o'clock in the evening. 6 o'clock in the evening. Now, how many of yours went back to school? Two?
Two of them, yeah.
Two. And are you in Jordan's truck today?
I sure am.
That means you were incognito.
Don't tell him, though, because he don't know.
Oh, he doesn't know. Shh. Well, when I passed you this morning on the interstate, and don't say how I passed you.
It's the highway, actually.
Okay, the highway. When I passed you, I looked over and saw this arm hanging out of the truck, and I said, who is that? Well, it was you. What you doing driving Jordan's truck?
Well, he drove mine, and he forgot that it was Monday, and so I guess he just didn't know the transportation stuff. And my wife had to have a car.
You had to get to work, yeah.
well, so anyway.
Okay, what kind of weekend did you have?
I worked on Saturday most of the time, went to church yesterday.
Do you see the grin? Concert Saturday night. I'm going to tell you something. Brian H. and Brian R., you tore the house down.
Glory bound.
Huh? Oh, Brian Rittenberry and my two Brians, they're like, and my earring is getting caught on this earpiece, so if y'all see this earring flying across the room, it's because it's got caught 3 times now, and I'm just going to sail it across the room.
I want you to do that.
This weekend, Friday night, chilling time. It was great. Saturday night, but Saturday during the day, I've started going through and getting rid of. Have you ever gotten rid of?
Yeah, not enough.
Sometimes it's not a pretty picture. Why do we keep the stuff we keep?
And you look at it, sometimes you think, I don't remember getting, or you think, I don't remember getting that. Where did I get that from?
Let me tell you. I have gotten rid of a lot lately, and a lot more is on its way out the door. But I've started trying to eliminate things that don't matter. There are a lot of things that don't matter. That's what I was going to say. So if you've been a thorn in my side and you don't matter, you're out of here. So slice and dice it. I have a lot of stuff I don't need. So Trading Time does have quite a few items that are mine on there.
Well, it goes both ways, you know. Some people may have gotten rid of you, too.
That's right. That's exactly right. And this earring, y'all, I promise you, I'm going to have to do something with this earpiece, or the earring's going to take my ear off. But this weekend, because we only had one concert to go to, and then family thing yesterday, we had so much fun. It was so cool, and we're going to show you, for you guys out there who, on occasion, have said, oh, my wife's stubborn as a mule. I've got 2 mules to show you today that you might compare your wife to at some time. Sometimes men make statements like that. Why would y'all say something about us like that?
Oh, we just love you. It's just the way our way of aggravating you.
Stubborn as a mule. Where does that thought come from?
Well, it probably comes from the Bible. You know, it's called a different word in the Bible. So.
Yes, it is, and we're not going to call your wife that or anybody else's wife that.
No.
But do women sometimes stub up on you and get a little stubborn?
Well, yeah, but I guess we do the same thing to y'all. So, you know, I get the same comments about myself. So.
Are you stubborn?
I can be, yeah. Who's not?
I used to be.
Anybody out there cast the first stone. Let's see you throw it.
That's exactly right. Oh, I love that saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
We're all stubborn at some point.
I used to be really stubborn, and I used to be a little more stubborn than average. And then now I just toned it down and said, go with the flow.
You just stomp your foot when you don't get your way?
I don't even stomp my foot anymore. It's not worth the effort. I got tired of wearing my foot out. Let's talk about something you saw, because my sweet driver does not know about this. And
you do.
You told me. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. It's country living at its best at my house. We live at the end of a road in the woods. Very quiet, very, very peaceful, no traffic. 2 cars come by my house a day. My 2 next door neighbors, that's it. It's very quiet. But with country living comes country sunshine. And we're going to play a song by a lady who made this song famous years ago, and we're going to use it as a trivia question. But with country sunshine comes country critters.
Right.
And with the country critters, I don't have mice in my house at all. I had 1 in the 3 years I've been there, and that little bad boy went to mouse heaven. But I have had Because I live out in the country, in the woods, surrounded by 60 acres that we don't do anything with except let it sit there, we've had a few snakes this year. And the driver doesn't know that we had a snake that went sliding up the wheel of the motorhome.
I'd say so, yeah.
On
The driver's
one day
wheel.
last week, on the driver's wheel.
Right underneath where he sits.
Right where we get out at midnight. Actually, 1:17 Sunday morning, we get home from an event, and he's out there on the ground plugging up the motorhome. He doesn't know about the snake, because I just found out this morning.
Well, I was going to try to get him.
You were going to
I was
tell
going to reach
me.
and get him by the tail, but I thought, nah, I think it'll be much more fun when he goes up in that motor.
Oh, hush, Bill, hush. What are we going to do about it?
Just let me know when you find him.
I'm beginning to... Oh, heebie-jeebies now.
His little tail was just doing
How
that.
big was he?
Oh, I don't know. He's probably 7 or 8 feet long, but
No, Bill, how big was
no,
he really?
I don't know. He's probably about 1.5 feet.
But
But by the time he gets done eating all your snacks in that motorhome, he'll be about 8 foot long.
do you know where I went this morning before I came to work? I parked my car, went in the motorhome, and got some CDs to bring.
Just watch your step.
Just watch my step. Now, when he said that, you don't think about, we usually come in between 1 and 3 in the morning from events. And at 1 and 3 in the morning, it's dark in the country. We don't have street lights. We don't have outdoor lights. So when we get in at 1 to 3 in the morning after a long, hard day at a concert and churches and events, we quite often are walking down that long driveway.
Well, just,
Now, you've made me a little nervous.
just make sure that if you hear a hissing sound, it's not a flat tire.
Well,
or it is a flat tire.
You know what we might do now? We might take my car out of the garage and put a new top on it. We might drive the motorhome into the garage.
You're going to take every panel and sofa and that thing out, aren't you? Looking for a snake.
I'm going to get nervous now. When you told me this, I just said, how do I handle this? I don't
Well,
know.
now see, what you didn't know
What
was,
would that snake do when he went up the motorhome?
he'd just find a warm spot to.
But he can't get inside the motorhome. Bill, don't tell me he can't.
I didn't say it.
Hear those words.
I didn't say it. They don't need a hole about that big, you know.
Oh, gosh. Oh. Well, okay, the motorhome may be on trading. All my furniture's on trading.
Comes fully equipped with a snake. So.
Now, what day last week did you see this?
Well, let's see. I was here on Thursday, and I was trying to tell you Thursday morning. So it must have been Wednesday.
So
you didn't know it all this
no,
weekend?
for 5 days I haven't known, and
so
all
what you
weekend
didn't
I
know,
didn't know.
so
What I
what?
didn't know didn't hurt me, is
you.
what he's trying to say. Now, if we'd have been driving down the road and a snake had crawled out from under something, it would have hurt me, because you know what would have had?
Yeah,
We'd
right.
have had this big wreck.
Well, you know, that snake has probably heard so much language and all these stories and stuff, and that he's probably
That
already
snake
left.
has heard.
He's
Let me tell
already
you
left.
something. Saturday night we went racing. That's where we left the snake. At the racetrack Saturday night. We did not leave it at the gospel singing because we would not do that. We went to First Baptist Canton. Great singing. And Brian Rittenberry, I'm telling you, tore the house down. Brian H. tore the house down. It was awesome.
Now, how'd you like the church?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful,
It's
isn't it?
beautiful. And I hope they don't mind the snake we might have deposited in the yard if it left with us.
Oh,
Do you
they got
really
them down there,
snakes
too.
with us?
They
Do you
got-
really think it got in the motorhome? Bill, from now on, if I'm paying you to cut my grass and you see a snake, it's your duty
Oh,
to get off and kill it.
I killed one.
Well, why didn't you kill that
I
one?
couldn't catch him. He
So
was
how
too
many have you
fast.
seen?
Oh, half a dozen or more. Couple of them in
I'm
the
moving the
pool.
ball ground faster than I
I
thought.
saw one headed in the front door, one in the back, and one in the pool.
Oh, hush now, maybe I can rent that
They're just
house to
everywhere.
a nice family who likes
They're
reptiles.
everywhere. There's a whole nest of them somewhere.
Well, we put mothballs out because Nick did see a copperhead in the backyard. But truly, we live in the woods. If you live in the woods, you're going to see snakes.
Yeah.
The key being, you saw it. I didn't. If I had have seen it, I'd probably be sitting here bald-headed today because I'd had a fit and jerk my hair out. I do not handle snakes well.
Well, I don't either, but
do not handle snakes
you just take it as it comes and just hope they don't bite you.
Oh my gosh.
They got medicine for that.
I don't care.
You just get a little sick, you know.
What do they do when you have a screaming fit like I have? Because I would.
Poor snake, you stomp his head off.
Oh, well, my house is for sale, y'all. Anybody interested? Now that we've scared you to death, my house is for
It's
sale.
the house of snakes.
No, you
Den
know
of
what?
vipers.
It is in the country, and that was one of the things when I moved out there. If it'd been up to me, I'd have had a yard of nothing but
Well,
concrete.
they got snakes in the city too.
They do.
I have
They
customers all the
do.
time that find them in their garage, you know.
They do, yeah. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, do you know what I did last night? forgot and left the garage door open when I went in because I had both arms full.
And now the snake's going to take the shoes off.
Hush now. Oh, Bill. Why did I do that?
The dogs have competition now.
Oh, no.
Well, see, you've got a little dog there. He usually takes care of stuff like that. I've seen dogs just take snakes.
I have too. I have too.
That helps.
So maybe I'll quit whining about my neighbor's dogs who have taken now 4 pair of shoes off.
She's not going to be the same today, folks.
I'm not.
Her
He
nerves
has
are
totally
shot.
blown my mind because when he told me this story before we went on the air, I thought, at 1:17 Saturday night when we come home and I'm wandering aimlessly down
Now-
the dark driveway.
The key thing is, am I telling the truth or am I telling you a lie?
Oh no, have you made me nervous now? Is that the truth or not?
That's up to you. When you see one, you'll find out.
No, now I don't know. You don't lie.
Well, I do tease sometimes, but,
Oh,
you know.
no. Y'all do know that he put a snake on my seat last year. So now that I think about
I
this.
still have, no, but I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, all
I am.
right, okay.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay, oh, Lordy. Well, I just have, listen, are you telling the fib?
You don't know, do you?
No, I don't. I'll have to figure it out. Well, let me show you what I did this weekend. 2 things. Racing, and Nick finished second. Wasn't happy with it Saturday night. Finished first in Talladega, which is when you get a phone call at 1:31 a.m. from Talladega, Alabama, you're hoping your child is not in jail
That
for
means-
speeding or doing something crazy. He says, Mom, I won. I won one race and I came in second. I didn't get to go to the race. That's unusual for us not to be there. We weren't there, but he won in Talladega. He came back to Georgia and he finished second. He wasn't happy with second place, but that's racing.
He didn't know it was that late because it was only 12.
No, you know what he said about
It was only
second
12:30.
place? Yeah, second place is first place loser.
It's like kissing your sister.
He wasn't happy. But anyway, we had a great weekend racing, and then Sunday, some men describe their women as stubborn as a mule. Well, I'm going to show you a picture of Pearl. She is a mule, and if your wife is Pearl and you want to compare her to this mule, go
That's
ahead.
mean.
Go ahead. Well, this is ball ground at its best. Families riding in wagons with mules. There you go. Mr. Jordan stopped by and got him a bite to eat. We had some of the best barbecue in the world. And there is Miss Keeley and going for a ride. Precious, precious little girl. And there's Slade. Good day to y'all. And happens to look a whole lot like his daddy, John Hillhouse. Just a whole lot like him. So there you go. But those mules are good, well-trained mules. Now, the key to that word is if you get a woman that doesn't do things like you want, you train her, Bill. You train her.
Or you put her on trading time. Huh?
Or put her on, you can't put her on trading time. We're not allowed to do that. But you train her to do just what you want her to do. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, right.
Now, they rode that wagon down through ball ground. And because the whole family lives in that area and they have, it's still a country road, but it's almost in the city limits. So, had a good day. And yeah, the mules are a little bit stubborn like a woman. We've got some racing pictures that are really out of focus because he was going faster than my lens would open and close. So they look really, really bad. But anyway, it was a good weekend, and Nick was excited with the Talladega win. He says, I'm going back to Talladega, so, and I'm with him. We've got some birthdays today, and the first one being Miss Mary Hensley. Now, guess what?
Oh,
This is our director's mom. She was like me. She was young when she started. Today, she is the big 4-0. The big 4-0.
downhill from there.
Happy birthday, Miss Mary Hensley. And
It's a downhill slide from 40.
congratulations on raising a pretty good boy. A pretty good boy.
It's all a matter of opinion.
Well, I've been working on the new cookbook. And the new cookbook is entitled, I Just Started Living. Now, you see these old recipes? This is what I want. Miss Loretta gave me an old recipe, chocolate fudge cookies. She makes them for the Barkers all the time.
Yummy.
Are they good? Oh, yes,
And a glass
they
of
are.
milk to go
and
with
a
it.
glass of milk, glass of Mayfield milk, I might say. And in the near future, we will have some Mayfield coupons that we'll be using on trivia. Today's trivia question is about a song, Country Sunshine. And I want you to listen to it. We're going to go to the community calendar. We're going to play Country Sunshine and then call us at 866-939-2329. And guess what you're going to win? Glory Bound. Now, this is Glory Bound, and it's one of the, I feel like traveling on. I'm winging my way back home. Sinner's Day by Grace. There's a fountain. The prettiest flowers will be blooming.
The
Y'all
oldies.
know that song. And you know that's a song that I've played. Now, this has got Brian H. on it. And Brian H. stepped up to the plate Saturday night, and I'm telling you, he sang about raining. And did Randy tell you about that song? Oh man, it was awesome. It was awesome.
I wish it would rain.
I reckon it was fast and upbeat and
Oh,
up-tempo.
that's,
Man, it was great. But anyway.
Didn't it rain, didn't it?
Yes, awesome, awesome. They did it twice. It was so good, so awesome. So we're going to give this away as we go to the community calendar. And we're going to play this lady who happens to, she's left here. She's gone on to glory. An amazing lady, an amazing talent. And she left a daughter who's very, very talented in the music industry, too.
I sang with Kenny Rogers once, too.
Absolutely did. So when we come back, call us at 866-939-2329 if you'd like to win a copy of Glory Bound. Happened to be one of the best concerts I've been to in a long, long time. And Brian H. and Brian R. made that possible. It was wonderful. And Derek, great job. The whole group, good job, good job. So now let's go to the community calendar.
You say you love me, and it's inviting to go where life is more exciting. But I was raised on country sunshine. I was raised on country sunshine. Green grass beneath my feet, running through fields of daisies, wading through the creek. You love me and it's inviting to go where life is more exciting. But I was raised on country sunshine. I was raised on country sunshine. I'm happy with the simple things. A Saturday night dance, a picture show, and the joy that the bluebird brings. I love you, please believe me. I wouldn't want you to ever leave me. But I was raised on country sunshine. There's just something about the morning that makes each day a joyous scene. And nighttime brings a peaceful feeling to rest inside of me. I love you, please believe me. I wouldn't want you to ever leave me. But I was raised on country sunshine. Yes, you love me and it's inviting to go where life is more exciting. But I was raised on country.
Okay, remember, the trivia question is, who is the lady who just sang Country Sunshine? It was made popular in the 70s, is that right? Yeah, Coca-Cola used it, and Coca-Cola probably paid a lot of royalties to that. If you know who the lady was singing that song, call us at 866-939-2329, and you will win a CD. Now, I'm going to ask this next guest, do you know this man? He lives in Blue Ridge.
I don't think so.
Awesome, awesome singer. Oh, awesome, awesome singer, Brian. He was with Glory Bound a while, and he's not there. He moved on. But I'm going to tell you something. He stepped on stage Saturday night and tore him up. Now, you're famous for tearing up the keys on a piano. And you're nervous. And every time you come here, you get nervous. What you nervous about?
Oh, I'm going. So she's
Tell
nervous.
her she shouldn't be nervous. This is your first time, and you're not nervous.
I've been here at ETC before, but on this show it's the first time. But
Yeah.
well, I just pray to the Lord
Get
that
me
He
through
gives, get me through it. And I know why I'm doing what I do. I sing to glorify the Lord and praise His name.
That's right.
And so I just do the best I can. Don't worry about it.
Now, what are you going to sing today? I saw a list, and I can't remember.
My tribute is a song that I typically start out with when I sing, because it's my tribute, my singing to my Lord. It's a testimony that I give through my songs to the Lord. And then another one is God on the Mountain. At a tough time in my life, our life, that was sang in our church, and it was always a strength to me. Then I began to sing it. And so God on the Mountain, and then the love of God, God's love.
That's a good one.
God's love because He saved us, He saved my soul, and I'm thankful for that.
Now, how did the two of you end up together?
I teach, and she wanted to be able to sing and sing a little bit more, so that's how we ended up together, about 3 years.
Now, how many days a week do you teach?
4.
And as the mom of 5 sons, you've put up with just about anything.
Just
haven't you?
about anything.
Well, dirty laundry.
Oh man, oh man. And did they ever all come in at one time and say, I have nothing to wear? And
Of
you
course.
go, if you bring your laundry down here, you
Of
would,
course,
sugar.
of course.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Now,
yes.
are they all grown and gone?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And can I tell you a real novel thing about my boys? My boys are Matthew, Adam, Rodney, and Chris. And so when I was pregnant, I took M for Matthew, A for Adam, R for Rodney, C for Chris. My baby's Mark. I had to have 4 other sons to name my baby Mark.
Oh, how funny. That is so cool.
Am I just clever? They're
Smart
sweet.
lady.
They're sweet.
Good. Okay, you live in McKaysville? Okay. Have you've been down to the community meal with us time or two?
Oh, yeah.
haven't you? And you have seen the success there.
Oh, yes.
It is amazing.
Oh, it is.
But that community made it work together. It made it work together. Now let's talk about the churches in the area. Where do you go to church?
We're members at Pleasant Hill Baptist Church in Copper Hill,
Okay.
Tennessee.
Where do you go to church?
Williamstown.
The churches in that area work together. Have you ever seen anything like it? And it doesn't matter. We don't care. Presbyterian, Baptist, Catholic,
Really?
Methodist, we don't care. Church of Christ, we don't care. Church of God, we don't care. They all get together. And I said, I don't know that have you ever been in an area like that?
Not lately. No, it's been a long
It
time.
is funny, and
was
like the
years
Copper
ago.
Hill Methodists will call the Catholic ladies and say, can y'all help us with desserts? And I think, I'm just blown away. I think we ought to write a book about this.
We ought to.
We ought to write a book about it because the churches come together. And as those little cities have come together, whether it be Ducktown, Turtletown, they've all had their little trials and tribulations. Were y'all near where the earthquake hit the other day?
Oh, yeah.
We were right out by it. In fact, when it happened, I got up and I said, honey, something's happened at the house. We heard this great boom, and then a roar, and then the house started to shake. And it was right out our way at the line of North Carolina and Tennessee, we understand.
Did anybody have any damage at all?
I don't think so.
Not that we heard.
Just scared.
But
Scared,
you know, wasn't it Saturday morning at 9:13? You wake up
Yeah.
in the morning and it's like, uh-oh.
It's coming back.
Well, they're saying we have fulfilled the Bible.
They said there'd be earthquakes in diverse places. That's about as
Yeah.
diverse.
It is. It really is.
Now, do you think it might be because of the mine up there?
Might be.
Because they've dug out a
be,
lot of dirt. And I never thought about that the other day. So I said something about, well, I'm going out in Turtletown today. And they said, you realize that you're driving on a road that doesn't exist, that there's nothing underneath it. I said, what you mean? They said, there is no foundation. It is all dug out and it is all gone. And I thought, maybe I'll go to Ball Ground now. But I would never have thought about that.
No, I
but
wouldn't
they
have
said
either.
for miles down underground, all that was hollowed out.
Well, you know they had an earthquake in Tokyo just a couple days ago too, and they're pretty close to each other.
Ducktown and Tokyo. Yeah, real close. to
Diverse
each other.
places.
Yeah. Okay, what have y'all chosen to play today? And did you say this is what we're gonna do? You learn it, or do you
Oh,
know
no,
the same?
No,
Okay.
she tells me.
And you listen.
Oh, I listen really well. Sweet, Sweet Spirit is a song that I'm going to play, and then she's going to do Amazing Grace. And then My Anchor of Hope, she likes that
That's a
one too.
good one.
So that
I
was
That's a
it.
great one.
I always end on my anchor of hope because that is where my hope is in the Lord Jesus Christ.
That's a great statement. And you know, every day we know that we come into somebody's home, maybe a new viewer, maybe a viewer who sees us every day. We don't even know about how many lives we touch. But this weekend, I had people come up to me that singing that said, we came to the singing because you said you were going to be here. We wanted to tell you how much we appreciate the spiritual content of the program. And I said, that to me is probably the best compliment we ever get.
Yeah, because not everybody lets you do that.
No, and I said I was very fortunate because I remember the first day, was it a tornado hit Kentucky? And I asked for 30 seconds of silence and to pray for those families up there. And I remember being nervous about it because I thought, for goodness sake, we're not a Christian network, we're not Christian channels, and I'm asking people to pray, and it seems to be what everybody's looking for. And you talked about the people at your church, in the choir or wherever, who watch us, and that's the reason they tune in.
Well, they like the fact that you can pray about things and go to the Lord about it.
Yeah.
And together, our effort has to be heard. Don't you think? God, I'd rather hear 80,000 people than one. Yeah, it's a little more interesting, you know? So, and we have prayer requests all the time, and I'm ashamed to say this, but one of my driver's father-in-law is in Piedmont Hospital in Jasper. He's 85 years old, but I forgot his name. Oh, but Kathy, look on my desk and call me.
But God remembers His name.
God remembers his name.
Yeah.
God remembers his name, and he has it all written down, and he knows when we go where we're going that we have the right to be there, doesn't he?
Of course.
Well, we always try to lift up the community, lift up people who are having a hard time. Now, do you know the Singletons? Okay. And you know their story. And that is a family we are all trying to lift in prayer because they are still facing court cases with the men who ended their young son's life. So we ask for prayer for them all the time. But there's always a little family that we don't know about. So we always tell folks, either get on Facebook, call us, send us a fax, call my office, and let us know. Because jointly, together, we can do a lot more than one can do.
Of course.
Now, you were involved in Harbor Ministries a little bit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you
Love
love
Denise.
just like I do.
I love Denise, yeah. I went down there and played for her a couple of times, yeah.
And it's that community, once again, coming
It
together.
is, it is, it really is.
Now, how long have you taught music?
Probably about 10 years, and as a matter of fact, my kids that I teach are going to Lake Winnebagoga this week. We're
Ooh,
going down
fun
there.
place.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to have a singing, excuse me, in Copper Hill when?
Well, let's see, the Promise Quartet, our group, and another ladies group. I don't know who they are.
Y'all know who the other ladies group is? We're going to be at Copper Basin High School.
Yeah, they'll be
No.
on the 22nd of August. 6 p.m., I believe it is.
And that will actually be my first time. I've been in the school several times, but never been to an event there. And I think that's neat that we can have a gospel singing at a school.
Sure, yeah.
How'd we pull that off?
Yeah, I think Patrick and Eric did that.
Hey, good for you. Good for you, because sometimes they say you got to separate, da-da-da-da. Well, you got to separate it, but you can't leave your passion at home. You can't leave it. And I've got to say good morning to Nathan, a kid that was awesome kid who likes to go to church. And we spent some time together yesterday. And I said, it's good when you see those kids step out and talk about a good preacher, a good singing, you know. So getting to go to the high school in Copper Hill, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
it's
that's pretty
separated.
awesome.
We're doing it on a Saturday. They don't have school
That's
on
right, no
Saturdays.
school on Saturday. But we're going to welcome everybody to come to that. And
Yeah.
We will.
y'all have got to come.
We will.
Now, who's going to perform? Who's the headliner that night?
Oh, that's the Promise Quartet.
That's the
Of
Promise
course.
Quartet. So,
They're the big guys.
yeah. And y'all are just the little peons?
Yeah, we're the peons.
Well, that's okay.
You know how I got the name of that, don't you?
No?
Well, we'll talk about
Never mind. Never mind, never mind. I'm still worried about the snake motorhome. Okay.
Yeah.
It is going to be fun. That weekend, we're going to be with y'all, and then the next weekend, or the 30th, have you ever been to McCaseville First Baptist Church? Well, guess
Yeah.
what? We'll have a singing there with, who is it? The Joy Masters?
I don't know.
Joy
I
Masters
missed
and
that
Angel
one.
Spirit.
Ah,
And today we're going to play some of the music from Angel Spirit while we're getting ready to go to these ladies. We're going to let you go over there. Now you're going to play the piano and you're going to sing.
Some of it I'm singing by CD also.
Okay. Can you play the piano too?
No, not much.
Why don't you let her teach you? You're never too old to
Oh
learn.
no, I'm not.
What?
I just-
You're not being very influential.
yeah.
Let me tell you what Joel preached about yesterday. If you've got a talent, if you have something that you don't share, then shame on you.
Oh, I know it.
Here you go. You got to teach her to play the
I know.
piano.
I know.
My instrument all the time was clarinet though, and then I got into singing, and so I really don't take singing lessons, never have. I just go with what the talent that the Lord has given me. You know, someone doesn't, like Connie said, tell me how to sing. I sing the song with my heart to the Lord, and
Amen,
that's how I do it.
Awesome. That's awesome. We're going to take a break, and we're going to go to some music by Angel Spirit. Now, let me tell you, Angel Spirit, what is that for?
Hey,
What is that for?
you got some special news here.
We've got something here.
What is
We're just
that?
going to interrupt,
What is that?
and I'm going to hand it to you. Today is your 400th.
Oh, my God. 400 and counting. Yay!
Don't let it
Amazing.
slide off
Thank
there.
you so much.
Wow.
400
Wow.
episodes. Well, I counted the other day, we had over 1,000 guests.
She's good at having episodes.
I am not. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. 400 episodes.
Wow.
400. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? And we are still counting. And we're counting on you to make this program continue and continue and continue by bringing your stories like you ladies. Thank you so much. That is beautiful.
Oh, ain't that sweet?
Where's the knife and where's the fork? So we'll just do this.
You know I'm going to have some.
I know you are. This is the boy who eats. That is awesome. Well, we are going to go to some music by Angel Spirit. This program has made everybody in the communities we serve aware of these ladies singing. They were just three ladies who sang in church. And then one day we had this plan and we brought them to TV. They have now sold out their first CD. Their second CD has just been released. And Bill, can you get me a copy of it? We're going to give away one of Angel Spirit's CD. If you can tell me how they got the name of their group. Everybody knows how they got the name of their group. It's very, very easy. But we're going to give away a copy of this. We're going to play some of Angel Spirit's music, if you can call me at 866-939-2329, they're going to play a song that I absolutely love called Shouting Time. Now, the Inspirations did it best. The Hoppers did it, but I think these ladies are right up there with anything on Gospel Network today. So sit back and enjoy Angel Spirit, and then call us if you can tell me how in the world did this group get their name. 866-939-2329. 400 shows and counting. That is amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Beautiful cake.
Yeah, I'm glad you said shows, or you said shows instead of episodes, because that gives a whole new meaning to it.
We have had an episode or two, haven't we? That is great. Wonderful. Yay. Okay, now let's go to Angel Spirit, community calendar, weather, we don't care, whatever y'all want to do. And y'all will remember this is live TV. It's amazing they didn't come here and throw a pie in our face.
Two Stooges.
I'm glad they just brought us a beautiful cake instead of what would you have done?
I'd have ate it.
Yeah, he would have.
Right
Now,
off.
that's the truth, y'all. He'd probably licked it off the side of my
I licked it off
face.
yours too, yeah.
Oh, you are too much.
good
There
stuff.
you go. Now let's go to Angel Spirit, and that's smelling pretty
Where's-
good.
where's the
The
fork?
weather. The weather today is hot. That is so nice. Thank you. Fork.
Did you know that Huff's Drug Store has been serving this area since 1949? For 60 years, we have been committed to providing your prescriptions and over-the-counter medication needs to help keep you healthy. Huff's Drug Store also has a walk-in clinic right inside our store for your convenience. We also carry lift and wheelchairs, home care products, diabetic foot care, and shoes. And be sure to shop our great gift and card sections where we have Hallmark and collegiate items. Huff's Drug Store, dedicated to serving you.
Get ready for summer and see our great prices at the Bargain Barn.
Come see how we're dealing. You'll love all the reasons to buy.
Check out our new lines of Keen and Merrill footwear in all sizes for both men and women. New lines of Columbia clothing are in at great prices. See our selection of women's Carhartt clothing. All at the Bargain Barn, your hunting, fishing, and outdoor headquarters for 48 years and counting. At Papa's Pizza to Go in Ellijay, we have the cure for your hunger. Come in and try our famous all-you-can-eat buffet. We also offer delicious subs, spaghetti, stuffed crust pizza, and a variety of party trays. Check out our game room, and don't forget about Thursday nights. It's Kids Night with Kim the Magician and Butterfly the Clown performing live. Stop by or call today. Papa's Pizza to Go in Ellijay. Open 7 days a week. Pizza worth driving for.
Okay, for y'all that were paying attention, that was not Angel Spirit. That wasn't even close to Angel Spirit. I don't know who was singing. No, nobody was singing. They were playing piano. If you can call us at 866-939-23 and tell us how did Angel Spirit get their name, you will win an Angel Spirit CD. You will get to hear that music in a little bit. I don't know what we did, but we did it.
Something like that.
Now, Bill, how come your mouth is green? Are you green with envy?
I got some green icing right here. It's pretty good.
Uh-huh. And we have to say you have 2 plates, 2 pieces of cake, and 2 forks.
You can't have any.
Because I can't have any. So there you go.
So I got to eat mine and yours too.
You got to eat mine and yours too. I don't do that sugar thing. So
I do.
And you know, I came off a bunch of medication and steroids being one of them. But last night I watched an old Heart of the Home when I had to do steroids so much.
Steroids? Is that why you got a beard?
No, it's because of my breathing. I was living in a house that was an old house remodeled.
You got hair under here?
No, quit now. Let me tell you about an old house remodeled. An old house remodeled means you have old problems underneath new things.
You're old.
And you could tell by the shows we shot in the old house, I could not breathe. So I don't do steroids anymore, and I don't do sugar anymore, and it's yours. So there you go. Let me tell you about what I'm doing now. I bought this house plan book. This house plan has thousands of houses in it. None suited me. But if you draw your own interior and you find somebody else's exterior, it works.
You know what that's called, don't you?
It's called a woman making up her own mind.
It's called you're picky.
I'm picky, but I am picky. I am so picky that not everybody gets to be on this show singing. I'm so picky, not everybody gets to play the piano on this show. But we're going to let Miss Connie play the piano now. We're going to get to listen to some music. I made up my mind. We would share the Spirit of the Lord, regardless who cares. We're going to share the Spirit. The precious lady who is about to sing for us told you why she sings. She doesn't do it to promote herself. She doesn't do it to make money. She does it to promote what?
The Lord.
That's right. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So today's program, this last 19 months, if it hadn't been for the Lord sitting here between us, we wouldn't have gotten through this. Because
No, I
we've had
wouldn't.
some tough, crazy days.
If ain't something between us, I can't get through it.
That's right. He keeps us separated, doesn't he?
Thank God.
He does. Well, it has been an awesome, awesome day. 400 shows and counting, and we will continue to count until I figured I'd retire at about 76. What you think?
You way past that.
Hush now, hush now. We're going to take a break, and we're going to let you enjoy some wonderful music by 2 local ladies. One of them could teach you to play the piano. The other one could not teach me to sing because I can't sing, can I, Bill?
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
Shut up,
No,
let
I
them
can't.
sing.
We're going to let them sing now.
How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved that you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude for all that I am and ever hope to be. I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With His blood He has saved me. With His power He hath raised me. To God be the glory for the things Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And should I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. He has done. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Glory to God.
Okay, we've got to switch CDs right now. We had a little problem with the monitor and it was too high, right?
Yep.
Sometimes on live TV, that happens. If it ain't, you know, I guess if we had delayed reaction, we would have stopped that and known that.
Of course, I wasn't paying much attention.
But
I was
you
still
being the
eating,
musical
so.
genius that you are, you weren't paying attention because your mouth was full of my cake and your cake. How was that cake?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
So on the 400th day of our program, you got a treat, didn't you?
I'll be 400 pounds.
That's
400
right.
Shows.
We're going to take a break now and let them change tracks on the CD. It was a little bit too loud and you told them to adjust it, right?
Well, you know, it's just live TV.
That's live TV, and sometimes things don't work perfectly. But it's all in God's plan, and maybe it was to give you a break. Maybe I don't know why that happened.
I had to go to the
but anyway.
bathroom too.
Right now, we are gonna. They've got the track queued up, and hopefully we'll get the sound perfect this time. It was a little bit too loud, so we're gonna go to one more song with track, I think, and then a couple more. And they're gonna play the piano.
You sure you don't want some cake?
I don't want any cake, thank you. I don't do sugar, baby. I don't.
How about Milk Duds?
No, don't do that either.
Snickers.
No, don't do that either. Okay, sit back. We're ready, and hopefully we will get this one right.
Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But then things change and you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, child. You are never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. We talk of faith when we're up on the mountain, but the talk comes easy when life says at its best. It's down in the valley of trials and temptations. That's when faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. The God of the day is still God in the night.
How about,
Love that song by the McCameys. Now, they're going to switch CDs again, and they're going to go to one more, and then I think Miss Connie's going to come on and play the piano. That song was made famous by the McCameys. But who wrote that song? We're going to ask a trivia question. If you can call us and tell us who wrote the song, God on the Mountain, he is very popular. He is very rich. He is very influential. He is very on TV all the time. He is very in control and owns the rights to most of the old gospel jubilee singing programs.
Just about everything. Yeah.
He owns the rights to everything. He started out as a peon, kind of like us. So one day y'all may say, we knew when they were just peons, but now we're not. But if you can tell us, call us at 866-939-2329 and tell us who wrote the song that she just sang. It is an amazing song with an amazing message. Now we're going to go to another song, and then maybe we'll get to Miss Connie on the piano. She's sitting over there just being so quiet and patient, isn't she?
The love of God is greater far than tongues or pen can ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The guilty pair bow down with care. God gave His Son to win His erring child. He reconciled and pardoned from his sin. O love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong, it shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels' song. Could we with ink the ocean fill, and were the skies of parchment made, were every stalk on earth a quill, and every man a scribe by trade, to write the love of God above, would drain the ocean dry, nor could the scroll contain the whole, though stretched from sky to sky. O love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong, it shall forevermore endure, the saints and angels' song. There's a sweet, sweet spirit in this place, and I know that it's the Spirit of the Lord. There are sweet expressions on each face, and I know that it's the presence of the Lord. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet heavenly dove, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place. There are blessings you cannot receive till you know him in his fullness and believe. You're the one to profit when you say, I am going to walk with Jesus all the way. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet heavenly dove, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch bright shining as the sun. We know less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Are they finished? I thought they were going to do an anchor song.
That'll be a
Yeah,
little while.
they're going to do an anchor song. Now let's talk about Anchors Ground You. This year, we're going to show some photos. I started out 100 years ago being friends with Joe and Brenda Rufert because I worked for them.
Now, I know you're that old, but they're not that old.
I am that old.
They're not that
yes.
old.
And let me tell you something. Joe and Brenda are one of those families. They are downtown Jasper. When we decided to have some photos made, Angela went out and took some pictures of us in front of the Woodbridge Inn. There you go. That's going to be a famous day. One day somebody's going to say,
Oh,
that's
no.
a famous photo. There you go.
Y'all just too sweet.
But let me tell you what's in the background. The Woodbridge Inn, and that's why we chose it. Angela did those photos. Now, we have had some professional photos done that are really good. And let me tell you what we learned about professional photos. They can touch them up. Unlike Angela's, where they are just what they are. Now, this is up in Fannin County at Town and Country. Joe and Brenda's young son was the reason for that show. There's Jen, Angela, me, and Freddie. Joe and Brenda were there. We decided, and this is one of my favorite days ever here on the set, Dan Elliott, my buddy. But sometimes photos are untouched. And unlike the ones we're getting out of Cleveland where they're fixing all the problems, anything that ain't right, they're fixing it. I love that. So someday you will see a professional photo of us.
You know,
professional is that's what we needed. That's
I'm
what we
going
needed.
to pay you a compliment. You know,
What?
I always get on you, I always get braggy.
You do.
But you've got, I do it in all good humor.
Yes, you do.
In good confidence. and
I
faith.
know.
But anyway, you've got a nice smile for camera. You know that?
Thank you.
You do.
It's because I'm happy. It's because I'm glowing.
Is that what it is?
I'm glowing. I'm glowing. I'm glowing. Life is so good, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of these two ladies who stepped up on faith today to come and sing for you. Connie was nervous. She was very nervous. I don't understand why she gets nervous. She teaches piano, for goodness sake. She could teach Liberace. Is Liberace still alive?
No, sorry.
No, she can't teach Liberace. Okay.
I don't think anybody can teach him.
But they stepped out on faith today to share message and song about a man they love. Is that
I'll
right?
step out on faith and say that I think, my personal opinion, Liberace was probably the best piano player I have ever heard.
Ever.
Despite his antics and his showmanship.
Right.
The best piano player
Well,
ever.
Connie's pretty good. You gonna give her a compliment?
She's right up there with him. but-
She's right up there with him. So right now we're gonna go to one more song. Miss Connie is not gonna play for this one. I think it's a track, right?
I think it is.
Maybe we'll end today's show with Miss Connie playing something, just sitting over there playing. She's very good, and we haven't really showcased her talent, but we will at the end of the show. I promise I'm going to keep her here and make her play just
This
a
is
little
kind
bit
of like
by
a
herself.
carryover of Sunday services.
That's right.
Monday.
That's right. So sit back and enjoy one more great song.
I was tossed by the billows of life's troubled sea. Without an anchor, there was no hope for me. Forever drifting, forever lost, till a new hope was offered on an old rugged cross. I cast my anchor of hope into the sea of grace. I am moved by sin's waters no more, and I'll keep trusting in him until I see his face, for he is my anchor of hope. Yes, Jesus is my anchor of hope. Without my anchor, I'm like all the rest, adrift on the waters, oh, a failure at best. But since I trusted in His power to save, the winds may be blowing, but I'm here to stay. I cast my anchor of hope into the sea of grace. I am moved by sin's waters no more, and I'll keep trusting in Him until I see His face, for He is my anchor of hope. Yes, Jesus is my anchor of hope.
Hey, lots of great bargains to tell you about as we begin a new week here on the new hour-long trading time coming up at 10 this morning here on ETC3. We have some beautiful antique furniture that came in over the weekend, including a kitchen cupboard, a lovely secretary cabinet, plus a very nice queen-size bedroom set, a set of wingback chairs, and some collectible glassware on the list today. Also in the spotlight today, a night vision monocular and a tree stand for hunters, and some rainbow trout fingerlings available for purchase. You never know what you're going to find on ETC3's Trading Time. I'm Rich Scott. Join us for the live show each weekday morning, now a full hour at 10 a.m. with the encore broadcast at 5 p.m. and again at 12 midnight. We invite you to call in during the live program, list your items for sale on Trading Time, or shop online anytime at our website, www.northgeorgianow.com/trading time. It's a whole new way to find what you're looking for in the North Georgia mountains and the Copper Basin. We'll be looking for you later today right here on ETC3. Now remember, Trading Time is on immediately after North Georgia Now today with Sherry Martin. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. About 25 minutes. I'll be here with lots of bargains, including some of Sherry's stuff that's for sale today on Trading Time. Now back to you, Sherry.
Bill, yeah, could we put the motorhome on there at a discounted price because of what you saw run up the tire?
Yeah, you get some things included with it, so.
Oh, no.
Pets included.
You know,
Pets
a
included.
realtor always says you accent the positive when you're selling something. And here we sat on television and told 80,000 viewers that my yard had 3 snakes in it this year. If we surveyed everybody's yard, I bet every single yard has had 3 snakes in it. What do you think?
I've seen a bunch of them this year. Yeah.
There have been so many
Yours
snakes
ain't the
that
only one.
early in the summer I saw a lot of snakes. So we have to accent the positive about my house. It's a beautiful 5,600 square foot country home with great country living and a heated pool and lots of space for all your children. The problem being I don't need all that space. I am never at home. I am always gone in the motorhome. I don't need that space. Somebody with about 4 children, 2, maybe a mother-in-law and a father-in-law, this house is big enough for all of y'all coming by my house. And the snakes were not a big deal because it truly is summer in Georgia. Welcome to summer in Georgia. I've got a birthday, and then we have to say the community calendar today is brought to you by the Blue Star Supermarket in Jasper. The best prices in town where friends always shop. You and I shop at the Blue Star. We have made it through 400 shows. That means you have been here for almost 200 of them.
About half of them, yeah.
Because you are 2 days a week co-host. Now, when we started this program, I chose my co-host based on personalities and clicking with me. Everybody says you click perfectly. Now, we brought a man on who basically, everybody knows Freddie Brackett now, He has grounded me. He has focused me. He is so much fun. He has such a dry wit about him, and he gets me almost as bad as you do, sometimes worse. And I just kind of think, how did you make me look that dumb? Sometimes he does. And yesterday, I can't remember what I did, but I almost looked like I was just ditzy. And I thought, oh, but the personalities have to work, or this program wouldn't work.
You know, people are laughing out there.
Did you give him some hints about how to get me?
I gave him some hints, but
I knew you did.
What about that?
Oh, well, I think you gave him some hints on how to get the best of me. The best of me tries to show up here Monday through Friday. I really do try to have a positive attitude.
Yeah, because I've seen the worst of you.
You have seen the worst of me. I used to have a temper. I used to be I was a little bit of a control freak.
Yeah, she's hit me a few times.
Yeah, would you call me a control freak now?
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. But I know that...
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I know that we have to be in charge. And I made a statement. I've never missed a day's work. I don't stay out of work. Now, if y'all tune on the TV one day and I'm not sitting here, it's because I've had major surgery or something. I just don't miss work.
Or you've won the lottery.
Yeah, or no, if I win the lottery, y'all will never know it. The house and ball ground will go from, I got to show y'all this, 4 rooms, it'll go from 4 rooms to 40 rooms.
She's sketching out her own house plans, folks.
I am.
You know what's going to happen there.
I am.
You're going to open a door and you'll think, well, I want this door. Oh, no, they're hitting each other.
But I truly do try to stay on top of my game, and that is made possible by y'all calling me and giving me stories.
Oh, did you leave room for your hot water heater?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
And your toilet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Gotta have those.
I did. But we truly want to share your stories. And this weekend at the Singing for Glory Band, I met some folks from Ball Ground. Well, we want to feature Ball Ground. And one of the places that I've never been in my life is Dot's Restaurant down in Ball Ground. She's been there forever. Have you ever been there?
Nope.
Never been there. Never been there. So I'm going to make a little trip through Ball Ground and get to know some of the business owners down there. I feel like I've neglected it because I just haven't spent time there. Now, Mr. Mayor, the reason I haven't spent any time there is y'all have got the sidewalks dug up, but praise the Lord, they're almost through.
I thought it was because you was always in McKaysville.
No, but I am in McKaysville every Monday, and I will be there today. Rich Scott will be there dipping food. Today, Salem number 2 is responsible for the food, which means the food is going to be awesome. But it's important that we share all the communities we serve.
I didn't know Rich Scott dipped.
Rich Scott dips food every Monday. He does. He's now a country boy, but he's not a redneck yet. We're working on that.
You know, that's the first house plans I've ever seen with a 100 by 100 closet.
I know it.
And I'm talking about feet.
That's something last night I had to explain to somebody because they said, why is that closet so big? Well,
It's all those black clothes.
It's my clothes. It's my clothes.
You're going to put the motorhome in there, is what
Yay.
you're going to do.
Well, we do have a birthday. And remember, we serve communities from Ball Ground to Turtletown. So every one of y'all get involved and help us make this program about you and about the things that we talk about you. So happy birthday, Miss Amber Hawkins, 23, from your mother. Happy birthday. Now, we are going to go to the obits. That is also a part of this program.
Unfortunately.
Have your funeral directors please get in touch with us. They can fax it, they can email it, and get us the information. That is part of life, too. That is part of life, too. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the singings going on, and we might get Miss Connie to play just some music for us. Just
That'd
some
be good.
soothing piano. What would you want to hear?
Oh,
Have you ever heard a song called Last Date?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Miss Connie could do that?
Floyd Kramer.
Oh, yeah. Now, we are going to try, and we have to
That's one of my
apologize.
favorites.
In the case that Angel Spirit gave me yesterday, the CD did not have Angel Spirit on it. I don't know where this came from. I don't know who it came from. But then we're going to go to some songs by a lady I love, Miss Loretta Lynn. We're going to play 2 songs, then we're going to ask some trivia questions about Miss Loretta. So, Kevin, you can just go back to the pictures, do whatever you want to get these songs in, because we're going to ask some trivia about Loretta. We've got a lot of stuff to give away today. Glory Band gave us some CDs. Angel Spirit gave us a CD. I brought some cookbooks. We're celebrating 400 programs of coming into your home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to every single person who has come up and said something positive. Thank you to the lady at the Blue Star who said, I don't get to travel much, and when they go on these little trips and share the stories, it means a lot to me. That was a compliment. That was a compliment, because sometimes I worry about it. I think, they don't care where I went. A lot of you don't have the opportunity to go the places we do.
So you go for them.
Yeah, we do. And then we come back and we share the things we learn. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Right now, we are going to go to Obits, and we're going to play some music by Angel Spirit, and then we're going to come back and we're going to play some of Miss Loretta Lynn's music. We're going to ask some trivia about Loretta. I probably know as much about Loretta as almost anyone.
Come ye weary, heavy laden, bruised and mangled by the fall. If you tarry till you're better, you will never come at all. It's shouting time in heaven, a sinner once lost is found. It's shouting time in heaven, salvation has been brought down. No wonder the angels rejoice to know my sins have been covered by the crimson flow, and now I'm feeling fine. I'm walking in the highway built by love, my name's written down in the courts above. It's shouting time in heaven, oh yes, it's shouting time. I will arise and go to Jesus. He will embrace me in his arms, in the arms of my dear son.
Okay, that was Angel Spirit during shouting time. I don't know if our phones are not working today or not. Is there a problem? Ma Bell, can you check out our phone system? I don't know what's going on.
Are we connected?
We always have so many winners so fast. Okay, the questions being, we want to know who wrote the song that they sang last about High on the Mountain. It wasn't the last one, but God on the Mountain. That is an awesome, awesome song written by a man who is the big to-do, isn't he?
Yes.
And if you like the singing convention in Blue Ridge,
Yeah.
Singing in the Mountains,
You like the gatherings.
you might like the things that he does. So we're giving you quite a few hints.
He's married to Gloria.
He's married to Gloria, who wrote a
There you
song
go.
called, what's the other song they wrote? Because He Lives.
Yeah, well, you could name
Because
100
He
of them.
Lives. He is an awesome, awesome writer. Call us at 866-939-2329, and you will win Angel Spirit CD. Now, they did Shouting Time on this one. It was one of my favorite songs ever.
It's a good song.
I liked when the Inspirations did it. I liked when the Hoppers did it. I've never seen the Hoppers in person.
It's good.
Probably
You'll enjoy it.
Well, I probably won't ever go see them.
Why?
You know how I am.
You need to do. What do you got to lose?
I need to diversify.
What do
He
you
tells
got
me
to
that all the
lose?
time. Listen, I've started going to ball ground, for goodness sake. I've broadened my horizons.
Now, they'll be in Rome, Georgia not too long from now, I'm sure, because we saw them there last year.
Yes, I remember that.
It's a good
So,
singing. They do a lot of good
Find
music.
a concert within an hour and a half from your house, and do broaden your horizons, because I love to hear the Hoppers sing. Never been to see them.
Have you ever been to Hoofer's Gospel Barn down
I
in
have
LaGrange?
not.
You need
There
to
are a
do
lot
that.
of places I've never
That's
been.
a good place to see us singing.
But we are going to go back to the community calendar with some music by Miss Loretta Lynn. We're going to come back, and I'm going to ask you some trivia about Loretta. She is,
A coal miner's daughter.
she is.
Yeah.
She is a mom of several children. We're going to talk about her children and some of their names. We're going to talk about what they do. We're going to talk about Loretta because there's always somebody that you really look up to. At 15 years old, I wanted Loretta to be my mama. I just thought she was the coolest dude ever. Now, you got to think about this. This was weird. At 15, I lived in the city. I didn't even know what country living was. Today, I know what country living is. Today, I know what it's like to walk out in your driveway and see a snake laying there, don't I? And silly me left the garage door open last night. I have changed so much from what I was to what I am today. And it's been made possible by the people who surround me. And I have learned, slow it down a little bit, look at life a little differently. And I think the people up in the Copper Basin are so responsible for the new me. I sit back and enjoy Monday evenings with them, and I get home and feel pumped and revitalized because they have such spirits and such stories. And this is one of the people who has probably grounded me more than anybody, Papa Jack Bryson. He is, if I could choose a dad to be my dad, Papa Jack would be the dad. He is an awesome, awesome man. The kids in the Fannin County area love him. He works in the school system. He is an amazing, amazing man.
Well, he probably needs another tax deduction. Just get him
He
to
could
take
get
you
me.
on.
He did. They did kind of adopt me.
Yeah.
The people, I've been fortunate enough to 400 shows. out of those 400 shows, Joyce Bryson has helped me so much on getting folks to the studio.
Yep.
I wouldn't know Connie today if it weren't for Joyce Bryson. She got me and just kind of sat me down and said, okay, we can do this. And it had to be made possible by y'all coming out and y'all being here and y'all showing up. And sometimes y'all are nervous. Sometimes y'all talk a lot till you get here and then you don't say a word. Tammy down at Lawson Chevrolet, hint, hint. Sometimes your personality comes across and sometimes it doesn't. And I think, I know them very well, and they were not themselves. Sometimes you get nervous. Now, you and I, after 400 shows for me and 200 for you, it's kind of like just a cool thing to do, isn't it?
Well, just get together and yak a little with you and catch up on what's going on.
Yeah, and share the things happening around us.
In the communities, yeah.
We have shared some sad times. We have shared some happy times.
Yeah.
One of the happiest days and one of the saddest days, the days Paige Orlinsky was on the show.
Yeah, I
We knew
remember.
she was days from leaving here. Now, success story. She got another kidney. She is
amazing.
doing very, very well. So many positive things have happened. Scotty Mayfield was one of our first guests, and he's going to come be back on in the near future. His milk company has suffered just like everybody else has.
Sure.
The Big To Do Milk Company is suffering. A lot of people have suffered, and I think that's made this job easier because we have had a downtime, and we all needed something to lift us up.
Yeah, everybody
And
needs,
together we've done that.
everybody needs a little pick-me-up,
Yeah,
as they
yeah.
say.
And sometimes I do some wild and crazy things. Well, right now, I'm not going to do anything wild and crazy, but I am going to let you hear my 2 favorite songs ever. Now, Love is the Foundation. Loretta wrote that song for me. I don't know who wrote that song, but Loretta sings it all the time
I thought
to
the
me.
one I sang is your favorite.
In gospel music, what
Okay,
you sing,
okay.
yes. And
She's
we
just
are going to
being
feature,
nice.
we're going to go off the air today with your group singing. And what did I choose? Canaan Land.
Canaan Land, yeah.
Canaan Land. But today is about you making us possible. You have taught me, you have held my hand when I needed my hand held, you have hugged me, you have given me such a spirit about me. You have all changed me, and thank you very much for that. And thank you for all the kind words on Facebook. Right now, we are going to go back to the community calendar. We're going to play 2 of my absolute favorite songs by Miss Loretta Lynn, and then we're going to come back and we're going to ask you some trivia because we have a stack of things to give away.
Whole bunch.
So, hey, pay attention and think about Loretta. Think about the things about her life. And if you answer the questions correctly, you're going to win some stuff.
I was looking at some photographs just yesterday. A flash in time back when our love was new. And I realized how long it's been since we have taken time to take the time to spend to make our dreams come true. We need to make more memories together before time for making memories is gone. Let's fill our lives with all the memories love can give, and our memories will make memories of their own. We've been looking for the end of the rainbow. Oh, but the rainbow's end has always been right here. 'Cause our memories are the treasures to remind us of our pleasures that we've shared with one another through the years. Oh, we need to make
Okay, we're going to go to one more song by Loretta Lynn, and it is called Love is the Foundation. Love is the foundation of everything in your life that makes it good and makes it work.
Do we have to?
We have to. We have to. You are going to ask some Loretta Lynn questions because guess what we just found out? Our phones have been down. So for you folks who have thrown shoes at the TV, thrown hairbrushes at the TV, please don't fuss at me when I get to McKaysville today. Yes, the phones were down. They're fixed now. We have a winner now.
Please don't adjust your sets. There's nothing wrong with it.
It wasn't ETC. It was the long distance carrier, so you can't whine at me. Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. But the phones are back up. We did have a winner on the Bill Gaither question. The other question was about a lady who sang a song.
I was raised on Country Sunshine.
I was raised on Country Sunshine. I'm moving to Ball Ground, and I'm going to be on Country Sunshine. This old home place just reminds me of the country and going to Aunt Bessie's house and going to Granny's, and it is awesome. So we're gonna talk about what it's like to you have to love something to make it work. I love my job. You love this job. Love is the foundation of everything. We're going to play some Loretta Lynn music now as we go back to the community calendar while we take some questions and answers. We're going to go back to the weather. Okay, we're going back to the weather. And we're going to tell you, we're going to give away Glory Bound. We're going to ask 3 questions about Miss Loretta. Okay, first question being, her husband had a real name and he had a nickname.
Booger Holler.
We want to know both. So call us and tell us Loretta Lynn's name, for her husband's name and his nickname. What was he doing for a living just before she met him? And it, you know,
he was a coal miner's son.
Called him, no, and she called him her little something. So I want to know that question answered. 2 questions, no, 2 questions. Okay, first one is his name and his nickname. The second was, what did he do because he had saved some money up? And at a very, very young age, and I want you to tell me what age did Loretta Lynn marry this man who ended up breaking promises to her daddy very quickly?
Don't ask me. I don't know any of these answers.
He doesn't know, but I'm going to make him a Loretta Lynn fan. Before the 800th show comes on, you are going to like Loretta Lynn.
My dad and them likes them, but that's
okay, the last question of the day. We've got several CDs to give away. The last question of the day will be, where is the house that I'm going to in the near future where she was raised? She was a coal miner's daughter and probably
the outhouse
has the best family values because of growing up in a coal miner's home where they had the lights. What does Jimmy Pearson say about those lights where you have to blow them out?
Yeah, you blow them out and it's pitch
black dark. That's it, it's pitch black dark. If you can call and tell me, where did Loretta Lynn start when she met this man who took her away? Broke promises to Daddy twice. Now that's something, guys, you don't do that. If you make a promise to Dad just before you walk that girl down the aisle, don't you break those promises, right? Kevin Hensley is about to walk down the aisle, and we're going to tell you he is one very lucky boy because he's getting a good girl, and she's getting okay, guy. What you think? He's okay.
I've always said that all women have bad taste.
Why?
Because all of us men are ugly dogs anyway.
You are not.
We
are going to go to Love is the Foundation. This is in honor of Kevin and his bride-to-be soon. They will be getting married on September 19th.
Poor girl.
Love is the foundation. Love is the foundation of everything. We're going to go to this music by Loretta as you watch the weather.
I've seen him when he wakens in the morning. He reaches out his hand and without a word
30 seconds to go. Thank you, both of you. Thank you for your wonderful music. Thank you for your great talent.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. 200 or 400 shows. Today is the day to celebrate. I'm celebrating life. I'm celebrating my favorite saying, don't plan your life, live your life. I'm living my life to the fullest, and thank you for being a big part of that. Thank you for tuning in only to ETC3. Now, after me comes Trading Time. Don't you turn that channel. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Sherry Martin.
And I'm Steve Martin.
This is Bill Senior, and we'll see you again Monday through Friday, only on ETC3. You be here and we'll be here too.
I want him to get praise for everything I do. Hallelujah, praise God.